Welcome everyone to our Remembrance Day Assembly, a Silverthorne tradition. Please stand for the land acknowledgement and the playing of O Canada.
We acknowledge we are hosted on the lands of the Mississaugas of the Anishinaabe, the Haudenosaunee Confederacy, and the Wendat. We also recognize the enduring presence of all First Nations, Métis, and Inuit peoples.
We gather today not to glorify the war, but to remember all the men and women of the armed forces who had dedicated themselves to the struggle for peace and social justice. We remember the over 600,000 Canadians who enlisted in the military in World War I, 60,000 of whom never returned. This includes over 5,000 nursing sisters. This also includes Black and Indigenous Canadians who battled racism at the time, when the government considered our forces to be white man's army. They suffered trench foot, hideous wounds from gas and machine gun attacks, and physiological trauma from what they had witnessed.
We remember the more than 1 million Canadians who fought in World War II, a mechanized war that took the lives of over 45,000 of our women and men. We also must remember what many call the Forgotten War, which is the Korean War in which more than 500 Canadian soldiers died. We remember the families and loved ones left behind.
When you try your best but you don't succeed, when you get what you want but not what you need, when you feel so tired but you can't sleep, stuck in reverse, when the tears come streaming down your face, when you lose something you can't replace, when you love someone but it goes to waste, could it be worse? Lights will guide you home and ignite your bones, and I will try to fix you. High up above or down below, when you're too in love to let it go. But if you never try, you'll never know just what you're worth. Lights will guide you home and ignite your bones, and I
Thank you to Miss Skeese's vocal class for their performance of Fix You. As part of their curriculum, the senior drama class under the direction of Miss Burkett has been experimenting with monologues to better empathize with the experience of those impacted by the war. From soldiers to their families to coders and munition factory workers, playing British cryptologist Joan Clark in Rashea Mungal and playing pacifist soldier Desmond Doss in Marin Singh.
God, why was I so weak? Men always undermined me, my parents never trusted me, and people always doubted me. Then I met Turing, the first man that ever let me show my true abilities. I'm a cryptologist, damn it! I'm more capable than half of these useless men. But of course I get pushed aside. I did the work, I did the test, I graduated, and it's still not enough to be treated the same just because I'm a woman. God, what an awful world I live in. I really proved to myself that I was capable by solving the crossword, and Turing gave me the chance. And what do you know? I'm part of cracking the enigma. Of course nobody can know, or else I'm dead. If I could, I would just fire men left and right, because I want to prove to everyone that women are so much more capable than just being birth givers and homemakers. But of course, I can't, because that's just the world I live in.
I've been told what was right and wrong ever since I was young. That soldiers who risked their lives fighting for their country's freedom were true heroes. My mother told me, to make a difference, you have to fight for what you believe is right. Most people wondered why I even joined the army in the first place. They said I was scrawny, cowardly, untrustworthy, and a disgrace. I refused to carry a gun. Most would say being armed with nothing, no weapon, besides the Bible, is foolish. But I say it's better to run through the battlefield, saving lives, than taking them. I protected each of my fallen comrades' lives. They say war is inevitable, but I decided to prove that wrong and become an exception by being a medic. I was a pacifist, a religious man who would never fire a single bullet. Most people thought that I was foolish and was gambling with my life, but I had God on my side to help me fight for my country peacefully.
In our own lifetime, nearly 200 Canadians died fighting in Afghanistan, a war for which we are even now still paying, in trauma and in other ways. At times, circumstances demand that we fight. Our responsibility today is to remember. Our hope is for peace.
In Flanders Fields,
the poppies blow between the crosses,
Row on row,
that mark our place.
And in the sky the larks,
still bravely singing,
fly,
scarce heard amid the guns below.
We are the dead.
Short days ago.
we lived, felt dawn,
saw sunset glow,
loved, and were loved.
and now we lie in Flanders Fields.
Take up our quarrel with the foe.
To you from failing hands we throw the torch.
Be yours to hold it high. If ye break faith with us who die,
we shall not sleep.
though poppies grow.
In Flanders Fields.
Thank you to Miss Burkett's drama class. We would now like to honor those in our very own Silverthorne community who have served in the military conflicts over the years. Accompanying the memoriam is Lauren Rusk performing I Will Remember You.
Please stand for the playing of the last post, performed by Brennan Doucette, followed by a moment of silence. This concludes our Remembrance Day Assembly. We would like to thank Ms. Burkett and the drama classes, Ms. Skizes and the vocal class and concert bands, and Mr. Bublage and the grade 10 history class for their efforts in preparing today's assembly.